Installing classic white lights is pretty simple. Start out by measuring your home. In this video, we are wrapping the entire home, so measure every side and gable properly. Take down the measurements. Also locate a power source or sources for your home depending on the linear footage you are covering. This lighting system is powered by an on-off switch or outlet. Next, visit myeverlights.com to put in your order. Select classic white lights by 100, 150, or 200-foot bundles. If your home needs an increment between, there are extra spools sold in 25-foot strands. Your order will arrive in a couple of weeks. Check your order before your installation to make sure everything has arrived. EverLights classic white lights are a 2-wire setup, one for ground and one for power. EverLights layout tape will help you measure and consistently drill your holes every 9 inches. Place the tape on the gutter in the way that makes the most sense to you. Please note, our installer working in this video has done more than one house. Take it slow to ensure you are working accurately. If you find the shell for the light is a tight fit in the gutter, you may need to use a seamer or pliers to flatten the area directly above the hole. This allows the rectangular light to fit snugly into your gutter. If you're installing with channel, you can skip over this step. Now you can place a light in the hole and attach a cap by screwing it on. Finger tight is good. Do not use a tool. Once you come to the end of your first spool of lights, you will need to splice it to the next strand. This is simple with the 2-wire setup. First, gently separate the 2 wires. Attach one butt splice heat shrink to each side of the wire. Use your wire crimper to secure the connector. Make sure you are matching ground wires to ground wires and power to power. Then, using a torch or lighter, heat shrink the connection. Our installer is experienced in using a large torch. You may want to start with something smaller. Once the connections have cooled, apply electrical tape around the splice for added UV protection. We are finally getting to the peaks of the home where we will show you how to use channel to mount the lights. First, start by laying out the measured lights. Make sure you have enough lights laid out to reach the top of the peak. Next, take your pieces of channel to trim those to fit into the angled corners of the peak. You can freehand this like our installer is showing, or you can climb the ladder and mark your piece of channel before you make your cut. Use your snips to trim the small metal piece to the correct angle. Now, to get your lights evenly spaced from the point, cut the same amount off the second piece. This will give you a professional look where your lights will come down evenly spaced down the slopes of your roof. Install your lights in the first piece of channel and attach the caps. This will free up your hands when you are drilling on your piece of channel. Climb the ladder with your drill and screws to get this attached. Note that you can also attach the second piece for the other half of the peak, but you can also do this after you have your first channel installed. Continue installing down one side of the roof. Remember that your channel should overlap the previous piece, meaning that the last light will also be the first light of your next section. This keeps everything evenly spaced and secure from the elements. When you reach the end, you can snip your channel to match the end of the roof line. If there are connections needed to reach into the gutters or channel surrounding this, do so as previously demonstrated with butt splice connectors. With the classic white lights, you will need to install a 24-volt power booster. We have opted to hang ours near a power outlet on the right side of the house. You will need a power booster for every 250 feet of lights. Once your install is complete, power on the system. Our classic white lights have a warm white glow and a 15-year warranty. We are excited for you to install your own classic lights. Enjoy!